then we had a flash flood come through town. Mm-hmm. And, Patrick Lane, the street department director, was out there all night. I was out there all night. We're trying to save what we can, protect citizens, and generally just help people. These people at the tailgate were literally, we had a pump. I don't know if the pump got overwhelmed or if there was an issue with the pump or what, but down there on Riverfront Drive, there was about 14 inches of water. These people tailgating are standing in almost knee-deep water, grilling and drinking.
Yeah. I was shocked when I saw that video. I was like, what the hell's wrong with these people?
I don't know if I admire their dedication or...
And here's the thing. There has been so much water that it has pushed into sewer systems that are supposed to be separate from the drainage systems. Well, that water is filled with sewer.
Yeah.
Duh.
That's how a motherfucker gets dysentery.
Why do you think I have pink eye?
Yep.
Because that has mixed with some of that water, and then I've touched equipment that's been in it and everything else.
You ought to file a workers' comp claim for that.
But,
No, hell no, and nothing. That's an injury you got on the fucking job.
But yeah, people just need to, and some of these people have acted pissed off, etc. Like, come on, y'all.
Sorry for trying to save your life.
Yeah.
You know what? Number one, if it were me, I would have, if I was the head motherfucker in charge, I'd have told Jimmy Buffett, look here, we're in the middle of a natural disaster.
Like where FEMA has, been enacted.
Like historic flooding in this state, the likes of which has not been recorded since the state's inception.
Yeah.
You need to find another fucking day to come back.
Yeah.
And I would have told, and if he said no, which he wouldn't have because I can be persuasive, and that persuasion would have looked like, all right, we're shutting down your venue.
Yeah.
How about that? But if he still insisted on doing that, then I would have told all of those motherfucking tailgaters, hey, look, you fucking morons that are standing in 2 foot of water. Don't expect us to come and save your ass when you get swept up, because you know that it's flooding just like we do.
Well, the thing is, nobody knew we were going to get that flash flood that night.
They knew that there was a fucking flood.
True.
When they were standing in it.
Yes, true. But, it's not like they went in there with the intention. They were already all loaded in when it happened. But
they had to drive into a foot and a half of water.
No,
the flash flood came.
Oh, that's why.
And they all stayed.
All the RVs were already in there the day before.
Oh, I see.
And the tailgaters had showed up way earlier that day, so they were already all down there when that flag. Nobody knew that was coming.
Oh, okay.
My issue is with the people that know the stuff is there. Mm-hmm. It's been blocked off to keep people from hurting themselves, hurting their vehicles, etc., and they ignore it and go around it.
See, all right,
and the thing, and there's other issues. I realize there's places that we blocked off that there were still some houses that people were able to get to. You can't bar access to these people.
Yeah.
If they don't have to go through anything, but they can still, get to their homes.
Right.
But at the same time, conditions change.
Mm-hmm. In something like that, they change very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we were already set to have a flood, and then we got that massive fucking rainstorm on top of it.
And everything you're doing is to keep them safe. It's not, it's like, I got no skin in this game, lady.
Yeah.
See, I'm a pretty. I'm cool with helping people. However, if we set up this shit to keep your dumb ass out because it's dangerous and you go around it, man, that's on you. We got other stuff we got to do.
Yeah.
Well,
that's like Thursday night when that flash flood came through. And this was one of the spots I know for a fact because the drain, the sewer drain, was actually coming up like a foot off the pavement where the water was pushing.
Oh my
back.
God!
This is sewer water. Basically, you might as well say it's sewer water.
Yeah.
It was going to a fairly newly developed area.
Okay.
And me and an officer actually stood there and had a lady just argue and argue and argue and argue. Went around the roundabout, came back around, stopped again, and kept arguing with us. And finally, I'm like, you know what? You want to drive through it? Go ahead. It's closed. The city is not going to pay for your vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it would have taken just a couple of minutes, and I'd have been like, hey, look, it's closed. You do what you need to do. But when bad shit happens, because it will, because you're about to drive through a motherfucking flood, then
don't expect us to risk our lives.
Exactly, exactly. You know, and she's the motherfucker that her insurance wouldn't fulfill that claim, so she'd try to sue the city.
Well, and that's another thing you just brought up, insurance.
It bothers me if you're not in a floodplain, you don't have flood insurance.
And our government has just randomly created these flood maps.
I don't think it's random. I think they do a survey, don't they?
They do, but I mean, it's our government. Hello.
Yeah, well, government does tend to fuck up everything it touches.
There's places that have flooded that aren't in the flood maps. Places that never flood, even with this 500-year flood that we've been experiencing, have not flooded, but's in the flood map.
Oh, I would have that changed immediately.
And the only way you can get... But you can't. I mean, they go by these government flood maps.
Yeah, well, I would have I would petition and say, look, here's a 500-year flood and it didn't flood, so take it off the fucking map.
Now, granted, you know, there's other areas in town.
In half.
There's one area in town I feel sorry for the people. These are some nice houses, and there's quite a few of them they're just screwed.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that coin, these people's houses are built outside the flood levees.
Well, they should have known that before they bought the house.
Oh, they did.
Well, then that's kind of on them.
Yeah.
You know? So, and they probably have flood insurance.
I don't know if they do or not. I don't know if that area is considered to be in the floodplain. That's how screwed up these maps are. But it was different, too, because that's one thing that really was brought home to me. Normally, if we have a flood, it's rainwater runoff.
Okay.
The river was so high that it was actually backing up off the river into areas, and it was totally different areas that are normally affected.
See, so isn't there a clause in homeowners insurance for acts of nature?
Nope.
Yeah, acts of
doesn't
God.
count if it's flood.
Yeah.
How the
does
fuck
not count at all. That's the way that's written up.
So if you do not live in a flood zone,
if you get a flood right here, I would guess that you're probably not in the flood zone.
No, we're not.
If you get a flood right here,
and
you're screwed.
We don't have flood insurance either.
You're screwed
because you wouldn't have had flood insurance because you're not in a flood zone.
You know, if that was my house after the floodwaters receded, I'd be like, yeah,
caused electrical problems and the house caught fire.
No, I had a water pipe burst.
Yeah.
My water pipes burst.
Yeah,
that's what caused the water damage.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it flood damage. I'd call it water damage.
Yeah.
They'd still deny it. But
yeah.
They're like, wait a minute, weren't you in there?
I mean, it's terrible. I mean,
yeah. There's
so people that like live in Florida and stuff, do they have to have hurricane insurance?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, hurricane and flood.
Well, I mean, we don't have to have tornado insurance.
Well, but
tornado insurance is kind of incled, and I mean that's on the insurance companies.
We know.
Well, see,
there
are actually places like Valonia area. Some insurance companies refuse to insure them anymore because they've been
had so many claims.
That ought to be against the fucking law.
Yeah.
Or others
we need to check our insurance.
Charge an uptick in premium to across the board because of
one of the guys I work with has earthquake insurance in Arkansas.
Wow.
But think about it. One of the biggest recorded earthquakes in the United States was on the line of Missouri and Arkansas. If we ever have one, we'll get damage.
Oh, yeah.
So, for whatever he's having to spend a month, for whatever he's having to spend a month, he's covered.
Yeah,
that.
we when we had to file our insurance claim, our place was a total loss.
Yeah, literally. It was like, I mean, the guy was like, we got to come out and look at it. And
we're like,
we drove down there, and he's like, yeah, okay, totally.
He just drove by.
Yeah.
But that
Pretty much, no, we really didn't even, he turned around and went, yeah, that's totally.
He's like,
where's the house?
We don't need to walk this. No, we're good. But, I mean, it was a touch and go. Like, they paid our claim, but then they immediately canceled and wouldn't insure us again.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Which seems kind of odd to me. Well,
you spend all of these.
Chris, we had been paying them for 4 months. If I'm the guy running that insurance company, I'd have been like, you are going to stay tied with me for the next 70 years, so I might recover some of my money.
Yeah.
No, they canceled.
No, they didn't want anything to do with us.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so shitty. Oh, my God.
When y'all went to your next insurance, was it more expensive because they knew?
No, we tied it in, with the purchase of the land and the financing and all that, because what it paid, what it paid for, didn't pay for that. It just, paid off the structure. I mean, it was a little.
We were underinsured.
Yeah,
but
we were underinsured the first time, but we were young and stupid and dumb, and we didn't have.
And we got lucky. There's a local business here that's no longer around that basically said,
it was in a mobile home, and we had just bought it.
Said, okay, here's all of our different plans. Pick one you like. We did. They then gave us the order sheet and gave us the replacement house at cost. So I mean,
we had gone to school with them, and they were like, there's no way we're going to make a profit off of you 4 months after selling you a house,
Yeah.
And so we did everything. Like, matter of fact, it was a single wide, and we had it reinforced so much that the guy that pulled it in said, this is heavier than most of the double wides I pulled in. We were like, we ain't playing, okay?
Got those fucking 18-inch walls.
I mean, it had like vinyl siding with plywood under it, 3/4 plywood floors. I mean,
Jesus.
I mean, once you get burned by a tornado, you're like, look, I'm not playing,
But,
came with a tornado shelter. Just pull it into the tornado shelter. What else? What else has pissed us off?
You haven't gone yet.
Yeah, you're always angry about something.
I know, and it's really weird not to be. No, I don't think anything has pissed me off this week.
Wow.
I know.
Just people, talking shit behind your back.
Okay, well, yeah, that, but...
Yeah, but that's not really new.
Yeah, I mean, that happens when you're as awesome as I am. Shit's gonna happen. What the fuck was so funny?
I was having your back.
It didn't sound like it.
Oh, no. That was me going, yeah, you the fucking king, man.
I don't believe you, but...
All right, well, that's what we're going with.
All right.
But, I mean, people... You know what pisses me off?
I do think it's really shitty, because most of the time, I won't say something about someone that I wouldn't say directly to them.
No.
If I'm going to make fun of you, I'll pretty much do it to your face.
Oh, yeah, well, that's how I prefer to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's more fun for me if I look you in the eye while I insult you.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And most of the time it's in good fun.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's mean-spirited, well, suck a dick. I don't care. But like I said, most of the time, if I'll say something to... you guys about somebody, that is nothing that I would not say directly to that person.
Right.
And probably have several times.
Yeah.
But...
Like, if I have a pet peeve about you, I promise you I've told you about it.
Oh, at least a couple of times, yeah. But I do tend to have a problem when someone specifically waits until I leave to say some shit.
Well, people... I get sick of people that aren't self-aware.
Yeah. Lord, yeah.
Like,
jeez.
That think that if you do some bonehead shit and some bonehead shit happens because of it,
you play
like,
silly games,
what
win silly
hell?
prizes.
I didn't see that coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. You played stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it's like I can totally support you without going, yeah, that seemed like a good idea. If you know something's a bad idea, especially, don't ask me to like sign on and go, totally.
Yeah, do it.
Like, at least own that, like, well, I'm probably paying for what I did,
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want to say anything, Sookie?
Sookie, what is your pet peeve?
Charlie.
Charlie humping that pillow.
That bitch over there. She's not very trustworthy.
Look, you can be an ASMR doggy.
I see your poopy tooth.
An AS seminar.
Yeah. She's got her tooth out.
Oh my goodness.
Tookie!